Imagine that you are Botticelli himself, and you've just finished to paint an incredible masterpiece. But someone arrives and decides that another painter should steal your job. So in this video, I'm going to take you through the complete inking process of the Justice card, and we'll explore the Renaissance drama behind it, as well as diving into its symbolism and break down the techniques I used to bring this card to life. The story begins in 1469 in Florence. The Tribunale della Mercanzia commissions a series of 6 paintings representing the 6 virtues: hope, faith, charity, temperance, prudence, and fortitude. They were just meant to decorate the back seats in the courthouse. So the job was given to Piero del Pollaiuolo, and he completed the first painting, Charity. But then something unexpected happened. The young Sandro Botticelli was brought in to paint one of the virtues, la Fortezza, the strength. Apparently, it was likely due to delays from Pollaiuolo. So he was commissioned in May from Piero di Medici himself, and he delivered the work in August. May, June, July, August, 4 months to make one painting, Botticelli. And after, people tell me that I'm slow when I take 1 to 2 weeks to make a tarot card. I am not comparing myself to Botticelli. But the painting was so well received by the patrons that they wanted him to make another virtue. But Pollaiuolo didn't agree at all. He wanted to paint the virtues. The painter's guild shut down that initiative immediately. The remaining 5 virtues finally went back to Pollaiuolo's team. So when I saw this justice from Pollaiuolo, I found it so beautiful that I really thought I have to integrate something in my tarot card, because normally I really take as a reference the Tarot de Marseille, which is one of the oldest tarot, but there I really wanted to connect both of them. To me, it makes like a bridge, between 2 worlds, from mystical traditions to Renaissance mastery. As always, I start with a gray pencil sketch. I need it to be as precise as possible because really I'm a terrible drawer. This usually takes me an entire day. Once the sketch is done, usually I mark some shadows, some lines with a gray marker, very thin, so that I don't get lost once I apply the ink. I really have to talk about this green. This green did such an effect on me, I don't know. First, on Pollaiuolo Justice, of course, there is this green. And I've never worked with green. I always use the same kind of colors, mainly around blue, turquoise, gray blue. And I almost never use green because, I don't know, I'm not very, very attracted to this color. But there, I really wanted to try it. And I don't know, this color reminds me of Absinthe. At first, I was super terrified because I thought it looks like a smoke of something toxic, but finally I think I like it. I find it so beautiful. I really wanted to integrate it in the painting. And the beauty for me is the duality, on one side you have the drapery, the nobility of the archetype, and on the other side you have this warrior arm, ready to battle if necessary. I realized too late that the scales of the balance are too wide apart, but that's the game with ink. There is no going back. Commit and you live with it, which is part of the beauty of ink, because it's a risky game. It's not something that you use like that and you say, if it doesn't work, I will correct it later. No, there is no fix. Sometimes you really have your heart that is beating fast when you're painting. I always think that people imagine painters like that, very calm, very serene. I'm putting some colors here and there. And it's not the case at all. You really sweat from your head, and sometimes you really have strong, intense moments of fear. I also love a lot the drapery of her robe. It looks very heavy, very substantial. I didn't get the effect exactly as I wanted, but still, it looks like there is velvet or something like that. And I love the border too. I wanted it to shine like as if there were some gold. So let's go a little bit through the symbolism of justice, because it's very important, I think, if you paint a tarot card, that you study the symbolic of it. Personally, I use History of Tarot from Isabel Nadorni, and of course my little Bible, which is the path. I don't know the title in English, but in French it's La Voie du Tarot. So I imagine it's the path of tarot from Alejandro Jodorowsky. The justice is not about some punishment or karma or something like that. It's deeper than that. It's really a way to connect to your inner truth. You see, she's holding the balance here right on her heart. So she's really connecting to her inner truth in order to deliver the right decision. So it's not a decision that is made out of obligation or out of guilt. It's really something deeply felt that she takes from her sacred fire. This archetype represents also taking responsibility. Justice asks us to look at the fruits we've been creating with our choices. What are we truly harvesting? You can also see the crown that is connected to the top of the card, which represents here the fact that she's in tune with her intuition, in tune with her spirituality, and connected to the divine. There's also an idea of perfectionism, not destructive perfectionism, but things have to be very clear and enlightened. Depending on the reading, it can also be a message to tell us to not judge ourselves too harshly. Of course, she carries a sword. To me, this can be interpreted in two manners. First, the fact that when we make a decision, it has to be very precise, like cutting something precisely. But it can also be that we can fight for what we think is fair in life. That sometimes being very firm is important in a decision. So yeah, to me, justice reminds us that being fair to ourselves is as important as being fair to the others. And that truth is not found in punishment. It has to be aligned with our deepest values. It's time to say goodbye. So yeah, I'm making the tarot deck if you want to follow the journey. Please formally subscribe to a subscription, and until next time, take care and stay true to yourself. Thank you.